What kind of products do I actually sell? This is a question that I get asked a lot of times, whether it's in the DMs or comment section. So that's what we want to talk about in this video. We're going to be taking a look at a store that I managed to scale over 60,000 US dollars in revenue in the very first month of this Shopify store being live. And I'll also be revealing the two products that we were selling for this particular store. We'll be diving into the exact statistics of this very first month, first week, and also how I managed to find these particular products that we ended up scaling for this particular store, and what actually happened to the store and the biggest mistakes and downfalls with the whole scaling process. Also, make sure you absolutely smash the like button, because as soon as this video hits 800 likes, I'll be dropping and providing you guys with a sheet with 10 already winning products that are generating tens of thousands of dollars per day. So make sure you absolutely smash the like button. And one more thing before we dive into the video, if you're serious about dropshipping and e-commerce, starting your own business or scaling your already existing business, becoming your own boss, becoming financially free, then listen up. And if you want to achieve results like these on screen of some students of mine that are absolutely killing it with dropshipping and e-commerce right now, I currently have 5 more mentorship spots left for this particular month, with weekly group calls, weekly one-on-one calls. You get my personal contact details and so much more, including my own full in-depth video course that has over 24 hours of footage. I will only be accepting serious applications only. So if you're really serious about making this work for yourself and really crush it and make 2021 your year, then this is your chance. If this sounds interesting to you, DM me with the word ecom on my Instagram at Vilius Dainora, or just simply fill out the top link in the bio. You'll have a form to fill out, and then I'll get back to you with a few more questions. If this sounds interesting to you, I'd love to have you on board. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. First off, I want to go back in time and also talk about when the store initially was launched and what kind of products we were actually selling. The store dates back to Q3 of 2019. This was a little project that we were preparing for Q4 of 2019, and it was very, very exciting. And actually the first time I really dabbled into print on demand. Yes, I said print on demand, not drop shipping. And honestly, I immediately fell in love with this whole concept. Much faster shipping times, better quality products, and also much happier customers. For those of you that aren't familiar with the whole concept of print on demand, let me outline it real quick for you. Basically, it's fairly simple and similar to the whole concept of dropshipping if you're already familiar to it. The key difference is that we don't sell products that have already been created and manufactured for us, but instead sell designs and print these designs on different products such as t-shirts, mugs, canvases, blankets, whatever, you name it, that can be provided from many different suppliers. Some very well-known print-on-demand brands and also businesses, to give you a better idea, would be Turned Yellow and also Crown and Paw. Similarly to dropshipping, we also only place our orders and also our designs once the customer actually orders. So let's say we're running a similar concept to Crown and Paw. Once a customer actually uploads their photo of their dog or their pet and choose the design criteria, then we also only send it out to our designer, or if we can fulfill and design this product ourselves. And with this done concept and design, once we get the okay from our customer, we actually go ahead and fulfill this product from a different supplier and then send it over to our happy customers. All clear? Hopefully it is. If it's not, just feel free to comment down below and I'd love to help you out, answer your questions. Let's talk about product research. How do we actually find these products that we were selling for this particular store? And feel free to use these strategies and methods for yourself if you're very interested in starting your own print-on-demand business. And also, these concepts can definitely apply to dropshipping as well. The first strategy that we used was Etsy. And Etsy, for those of you that don't know, is a creative marketplace with already established products and designs, and pretty much anyone can sell on Etsy. It's like a little creative marketplace. So I think my mom even had an Etsy store at one point, and that pretty much explains it quite well. And the great thing is that there are many already proven winners and designs that have a lot of reviews, and we can take this proven design, this validated product, this proven concept with tons of reviews already on this listing. This shows us that this product is in demand, this design is well received, and it is getting a lot of organic traction, which is a fantastic sign for us that there is demand for this product. And so what we can do is simply advertise this product via paid ads, whether it's Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, Google ads, doesn't matter. And we can present this design and this product to our customer and then attract them to our very own Shopify store. And then it clicked in our head, let's do exactly that. So this is without a doubt one of the best ways to actually find winning products and winning design ideas for your very own print-on-demand Shopify store. So if you want to get started with this, definitely give it a try. And that's exactly how we found one of the winners for this particular store and many countless additional ones. Strategy number 2 is actually using a tool that pretty much all of you guys should know by now, and it is going to be AdSpy. For those of you that don't know what AdSpy is or how it works, AdSpy is an ad spying tool, it's in the name, that practically scrapes all existing ads on Facebook and also Instagram using a Facebook API, and then we can see and spy on different ads to see what products are working well, what ads are working well that are receiving fantastic engagement, and to really spark some potential ideas for different products to test. So you can find winners and practically make them work for you. So these two methods were fantastic to find validated products to test, build our store around, sell, and scale. Now, obviously you guys want to see the juicy part. Let's take a look at the actual revenue that the store managed to make within the very first month. I mean, let's be honest, that's why you clicked on this video for. You'll see the store dashboard is entirely in German. That's because I also speak German. I live in Germany, actually right now in Vienna, Austria. But at the time I was living in Berlin and I was working with this particular store with a business partner of mine, and we scaled it quite aggressively within the first month and testing out the waters with this new business model. And as you can see, looking from the 26th of August to 26th September, we managed to do 50,343 euros and 71 cents in sales. And you'll see the exact number in dollars on screen right now. And that was a pretty good start considering it was our first attempt at print on demand. Our best day within the first month hit 4K, and then due to unfortunate circumstances, we had to scale down the store quite a bit, which we'll get to later on in the video. And within this first month, we've managed to acquire 1,500 new customers and maintain an average order value of 33 euros roughly, which was pretty decent considering we were selling these mugs at 14.95 euros. Let's talk about the products that we were selling on the store. The first product that we stumbled across was really quite a surprise, as we just stumbled across it randomly while browsing AdSpy for potential other winning products. We weren't even looking for POD products, and this product was doing exceptionally well with a lot of engagement and shares. And we thought, we can do this. We can do this even better with better designs, better ads, and a much better website. So why not do this? And so we practically took this concept, took this idea, and transferred it and improved upon it to the German-speaking market, because I'm fortunate enough to be able to speak that particular language, in this case German, since I've been pretty much raised in Germany and I was born in the US actually. That's why I speak it without an accent, because a lot of you guys are always surprised to hear that I actually live in Germany. We're in Europe, so a little bit of a side info right here from me. And honestly, the product right here, which was a simple design where people just upload images of their pets and we just simply printed in an illustration style on the actual mug. And you might be thinking, this design is extremely simple. Well, you're not wrong. We sold it for quite a cheap price point, but we managed to find actually relatively good suppliers that can give us pretty decent pricing so that we made it work, and we managed to increase our average order value significantly, as you'll be able to see shortly. And I truly honestly believe that this type of design could still do exceptionally well. Maybe not necessarily this exact design, even though it would be worth a try. I recommend just spicing it up a little bit. The whole concept will definitely still be working, as multiple different brands and also companies are still doing it, just different designs. So you take the whole concept of a pet and you print it on various different products. You just might have to think of a different approach, a different design. You're a brand that is absolutely killing it right now with a Disney illustration style, so just to spark some ideas for you. It still works so well because we have a passionate audience combined with cool designs. People love their pets, people love having pictures of their pets. It makes them feel even more closer and attached to them. They absolutely love it, and that's why I believe these kind of designs will still be absolutely killing it for the years to come. So change up the designs slightly, change up the ads, improve upon the whole concept, but maintain the core concept still throughout your designs. Product number 2 was also fairly similar. So the whole store was actually a niche store built on illustrations around the pet niche. So what we did for this particular product is we simply did a little bit of a different illustration, a little bit more fancy, and we printed it on blankets and also pillows. This was a little bit trickier to sell than the mugs, and honestly we saw a little bit better results with the mugs. That's why we decided to focus on the mugs first and foremost, but still we're doing relatively decent numbers. So the mugs were a much bigger winner, and we decided to stick with these mugs, double down on them, and maybe revisit the idea later on and incorporate the designs maybe also for the mugs. But for now, we were focused on the mugs and scaling these puppies up. Now I want to take a look together with you at the actual first week, the week that we launched this particular store. Why? Well, a lot of beginners that come into the whole dropshipping business model, they're always overwhelmed with the first initial statistics and they expect results like this. They create the stores, launch their ads, but end up being disappointed because they don't see the results right off the bat that they always have dreamed of. And this leads to them quitting dropshipping as a whole, quitting their entrepreneurship journey as a whole, and claiming dropshipping is a scam. This is really, really unfortunate because too many gurus have advertised dropshipping, a beautiful business model that have helped countless entrepreneurs, me including, and also my students, to really, really change their life forever. And they have just unfortunately been advertising this whole business model as a get-rich-quick scheme for years, which it honestly isn't. What I want to show you with this particular sequence is that me personally, I'm not always successful and always profitable right off the bat like that. It also takes trial and error, testing through the whole phase, and also staying patient and re-optimizing the results as they come to hopefully leave it up to a much bigger upside. There's a high chance you're not going to succeed right off the bat. You might have to test different ads, different creatives, and different products. And that's just the harsh reality of dropshipping, e-commerce, and also advertising via Facebook and different marketing platforms. But personally, I love it. So let's take a look at it together. So we got our very first sale on the 26th of August in 2019. We spent around 80 euros. And for a lot of people, they would have said, it's not working. It's time to quit. But we already knew the whole thing. We had to test it a little bit longer. We were patient and refined a few little ads, just let it run for another day. And the results were much, much better the following day. The next day, we already had 359 euros. What we did is actually did a little bit of horizontal scaling, added a few more interests to the similar ones that were already performing or were showing some potential, and tested a lot more interest and increased the budget slightly. And thankfully, we were rewarded. The day after that, we kept on scaling gradually, added a few more interests horizontally, duplicated the ones that were generating quite a few sales, and managed to scale it up to 548 euros. On screen, you'll also see the rough conversion from euros to USD. 4 days deep, we managed to hit already our first 1,000 US dollar day, not unfortunately our first 1,000 euro day. That one came shortly after. At this stage, we were continuously duplicating more winning ad sets, and the following day, we actually doubled our budget, kept on increasing it very, very highly and quite aggressively throughout the time by adding a few more lookalike audiences, combining all the winning audiences to CPO campaigns, and also scaling it quite aggressively throughout these days. And this only worked because we were seeing fantastic results and we had already quite a bit of cash flow backed also by credit cards that we pumped right into advertising so that we could scale this. And also we had quite decent logistics since our products arrived in under 1 week, since we were working with a regional supplier for print on demand, which is something that isn't exactly possible with a majority of dropshipping products. And just after 1 week of the store being live, we managed to hit over 4,000 euros in 1 day in sales, which is absolutely crazy considering the store was only live for 1 single week. So the store was showing a lot of positive potential. So now you might be asking, what happened to this particular store? The future was looking bright for this store, to say the least. We had great margins, we had very solid ROAS, we had happy customers, which was very important, and people just seemed to love the product, and life was good.
Life is good.
But then our good old friend had something against us, unfortunately. And honestly, I'll even let you guys guess who our old friend was. I'll give you a little tip. Our friend has 6 letters. Can you guess it? Did you guess it?
It was PayPal.
Yep, PayPal wasn't a fan of it. So they decided to place the bad hammer on us and said, nope, no more sales for you. We're keeping your money for 180 days. Yep, that's right, 6 months. As this particular store was brand new, this PayPal account was brand new, and we scaled it quite aggressively up to 4,000 euros per day. And we weren't receiving tracking numbers constantly from our POD supplier at that time, so we couldn't really constantly update it with PayPal, which is a huge no-no for them, especially nowadays. So they just decided, screw it, stop selling now. So having our payments locked for 6 months was fairly tough. So this is where we had to make a decision at that time being for this particular store. We tried running PayPal without it, and this is where you see our ROAS started to tank quite significantly. We weren't getting as many sales because honestly, German consumers in the German speaking market, they all prefer using PayPal. I personally also use PayPal whenever I can. And for customers not being able to use PayPal here, it was a big downfall for them. So we had to pause this particular project and store for the time being. But don't worry, we decided to pick back up this whole project and this store, this whole concept with a brand new store, brand new PayPal account. But that honestly is for a future video. So what would I do differently right now? Here would be the following suggestions that I would do, and these should help you out as well. Number one, I would scale conservatively. So this way we don't face any bigger issues with Facebook ads or suppliers and also PayPal. I would use reliable suppliers, do your due diligence and find suppliers that can actually deliver the good products for you in time and also provide you with tracking details, and also update tracking numbers on the regular if they are available to you, but this works with the previous point. And also inform payment providers such as PayPal if you're planning and intending to scale your business so that you don't have these kind of issues. So that wraps up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and hopefully you found some value from it. And if you did, smash that like button, especially if you want that sheet. And also, if you enjoyed this video and are excited for future content and weekly content all around the topic of e-commerce, dropshipping, and making money online, I gladly appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel if you aren't yet. Also, if you have any questions in terms of dropshipping, this whole store, print on demand, or literally anything, feel free to reach out to me. That my DMs are open on Instagram. If you have any other questions or you just need extra help, just feel free to DM me. I'd love to help you out. So that's it for me. Anyways, see you guys soon. Bye-bye.